the BPCL trade unions, marketing, Mumbai refinery, Kochi refinery and NRL trade union leaders conducted an online meeting and discussed about the protest activities against the privatization of BPCL. Already, Alok Roy clearly mentioned what is the impact of privatization of public sector. Everybody understand the clear issues of privatization of the public sector. But what happened? The protest against the privatization move, that is only on the shoulder of workers in the particular companies. If BPCL privatized, agitation is only coming from the workers of the BPCL. We cannot develop this agitation to the national movement. That is one of the major issue. After the news came regarding the privatization of BPCL, the BPCL workers conducted 2 national strikes. BPCL workers took national strikes. Due to technical reasons and the guidelines of the central government, the officers part is cannot attending the strike against the privatization. Now the lockdown period, we are facing very difficult conditions because due to lockdown restrictions, we cannot decide a strong mass movement against these government policies. That is the present crisis. But in July 2nd, 2, 3 and 4th, the Coal India workers performed 3-day strike against the privatization of commercial mining. Like petroleum sector workers will already planning to conduct national strikes against the privatization of the BPCL. India is a world's third largest energy consumer. Diesel demand in India is expected to double to 163 million metric ton per annum by 2029-30. Oil and gas sector is among the 8 core industries in India and plays a major role in influencing decision making for all other important sections of the economy. India's economic growth is closely related to its energy demand. Therefore, the need for oil and gas is projected to grow more, thereby making the sector quite conducive for the investment. As of May 2020, India's oil refinery capacity stood at 249.9 million metric ton per annum, making it the second largest refiner in Asia. Public sector companies own about 64.64% of the total refinery capacity in the financial year 2020. India's consumption of petroleum products grew 4.5% to 213.69 million metric ton per annum. India projected oil demand going to grow at the compound annual growth rate of 4% during 2016 to 2030 against the world average 1%. 230 billion barrel oil and gas conventional hydrocarbons in over 3 million square kilometers spread over 26 sedimentary basins. India aims to reduce oil plus gas imports depends by 10% by 2022. Total number of fuel retail outlets increased from 18,848 in 2002 to 64,624 in 2020 at the rate of 7.5%. State-owned marketing companies are planning to add 78,000 new fuel retail outlets. Ethanol blending in petrol will grow from 5% to 20% by 2030 in India. The oil and gas industry has been in a recession effectively since the global financial crisis 12 years ago. Each year, production volume have increased by more than global demand, meaning that market has been in decline with the lower prices for crude oil and natural gas. The driving force for oil demand for the past 100 years has been internal combustion engines. But this demand close to peaking because we have entered the era in which highly efficient electric drivers can be offer not only lower overall operating cost, but they can also offer environmental advantages which are politically, socially desirable. At the same time, we see less need to burn oil and diesel to generate electricity given the emergence of high performance battery and other lower cost of power generation alternatives. However, the current levels of per capita energy consumption in India are extremely low as compared to the rest of the world. Now, India is a emerging market. This is an opportunity to develop oil industries in India. Now, the central government decided to sell 52.98% of BPCL. That means central government links. Ahead of proposal to fully privatize BPCL, the government had replaced the legislation that had nationalized the company, doing away with the need to seek parliament nod before selling it off to the private foreign firms. Replacing and amending Act of 2016 had annulled 180 obsolete and redundant laws in the parliament. The Supreme Court had in September 2003 ruled that BPCL as well as HPCL can be privatized only after Parliament amends a law it had previously passed to nationalize the two firms. The ruling had followed a plan of then BJP-led NDA government headed by Prime Minister A.B. Vajpayee and Disinvestment Minister Arun Shuri to privatize these two firms. The Apex Court ruling had stalled the plan to sell BPCL and HPCL to strategic partners with management control. There seem to be broadly three positions with respect to the privatization of the public sector undertakings. One position, PSU is family silver and should not be sold irrespective of its performance. The divergent stand is that business is not the business of the government, which found resonance in UK and of late in. Third position, why privatize profit-making PSUs? Why do you sell the family silver? BPCL, which is the making handsome profits. But why privatize profit-making PSUs? What comes into play here is not the property. Business is not the business of the government argument, but more physical imperative. Finance Minister disinvestment target of a little over lakh of crore for the current fiscal has to be met. It is this physical requirement that now drives privatization. We can understand lessons from the combating COVID-19 pandemic. We can see the role of private sector and public sector health system. Also, we can see the role of importance of the public services in health sectors. Central public sector an important role in the process of the national building through their contributions to various aspects like economic growth, infrastructure development, and price stabilization. They also a key role in charging social obligations, their corporate social responsibility activities, especially in the field of education skill development. 2018-19, CPSE made substantial contribution to the central exchequer by providing 3.68 lakh crore in various forms like dividend, interest, corporate taxes, and GST. During the first 5-year plan, central government invested only 29 crore rupees and started 5 CPSEs. This is a starting point of the central public sector. Now the investment became 16,40,628 crore rupees and 249 operating central public sector enterprises. That is the development of the central public sector enterprises in India. In the last public sector survey report clearly mentioned the total paid capital of the public sector is only 2,75,697. Out of this total paid up capital, government share is only 1.70 lakh crore rupees. But in the last year, the BPCL, the Central Public Sector Enterprises, gave to the government the equity dividend 43,552 crore rupees. 43,552 crore rupees as a dividend that already paid to the central government. In the BPCL case, in the last financial year, BPCL profit after tax is only 2,700 rupees. That 2,700 rupees BPCL now paid advance dividend more than 3,500 rupees to the central government, 2,000 rupees, another shareholders, total 3,500 crore rupees. The total profit of the BPCL is only 2,700 rupees in last financial year. That is the present condition. Now we are starting to fight against the privatization. In Kerala, the unions are very strong, so we performing lot of agitation activities. Since 2019 October, we had started one dharna in front of Kochi refinery, and that dharna stopped at the time of the lockdown directions. Now, in all area very silent, no agitation activities now going in BPCL all units. What is the present condition of the BPCL? BPCL is one of the major public sector company in India. BPCL is have 4 refineries: Mumbai refinery and Kochi refinery, Numaligarh refinery, Bina. Bina is a joint venture company, 50% stakeholder of BPCL. 4 refineries BPCL have. BPCL have more than 50,000 petrol pumps. BPCL have more than 6,000 LPG distributors. BPCL have 11 subsidiary companies and 21 joint venture companies. The cash reserve of the BPCL is more than 34,000 crore rupees. Last 5 years, BPCL profit is more than 35,000 crore rupees. That BPCL is planned to sell below 50,000 crore rupees. That is the plan of the central government. How can overcome this? The government plan to looting public money to the corporates. How can overcome these difficulties? My request, I already request to the Congress party leaders, all Congress leaders and all other political leaders came and addressing the public gathering. All are saying about they are against the privatization. So my request, all parties other than BJP, they should comment on this, comment against the privatization, and they should publicly announce if they will come to next ruling, they will come the next term, the privatized public sector will be nationalized. That is the only one solution. If all political parties ready to convey this message to the corporates, then nobody come for purchasing this public sector company. Any political parties ready for announcing these comments? Now we understand that we can oppose this attitude of the central government only for developing the people's agitation against this move. This is not easy task. This is not an easy task. In our company BPCL, I am sharing my experience in my company. In the BPCL, our long-term settlement is pending. Wage revision settlement is pending for workers. Already officers wage revision already completed. So in the company, some employees, the wage revision is the first priority. After the privatization, the BPCL employees will get only 1 year protection. We understand the case of Balco. After 67 days indefinite strike, Balco trade union agreed an agreement. In that agreement clearly mentioned protection for only 1 year. At that time, the Ajit Jogi, the chief minister of Chhattisgarh, he still support the strike in the initial period. The employees of Balco continuously, they are planning to conduct indefinite strike. 66 days they conduct a strike. After 66 days, they came to the duty with an agreement. In that agreement mentioned only 1 year protection. We can understand what happened in Balco. How many manpower is reducted. In the same case we can understand the Hindustan Zinc case also. In Kochi, one modern foods industry is there. We understand what is the present condition of modern food industries in Kochi also. After the privatization, the manpower will be reduced 50 or 40% drastically. What is the role of the private sector in India? Somebody told. What is the role of the private sector in India? The main role of the private sector, in private sector, only reservation, job reservation in only private sector, public sector. More than 60% of the reserved category getting job in public sector. More than 60%. 27% other backward community, 15% SC, and 7% ST, and differently abled community, ex-serviceman, and now the upper class financially backward persons also get 10% reservation, more than 60% reservation for the public sector, only public sector. In small scale industries, we can understand one thing. In the as per government guideline, total procurement, 20% of the total procurement of some central public sector is going to the MSME. In that 20%, 4% for SC, ST, MSME. Out of these, 5% for the women's MSME. Any private sector giving this opportunity? Any private sector giving the reservation? Any private sector is protecting the social benefits of the workers and the other peoples? So, protect the public sector is the demand of the common people that will be coming. But now, the protect the public sector is that all responsibility on the shoulder of workers of the particular company. That is the main issue. So I am very happy to interact with all these peoples, because in this interaction section, in this webinar, you are thinking about the role of the public sector. And all these peoples are ready for fighting to save public sector. This is very interesting and this is very hopeful. So this initiative, this webinar is a interaction. This webinar is a exchanging ideas. My request is, after that, above that, this interaction and this organization should develop strong platform against privatization move of the central government. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of all dignitary trade union leaders and officers association leaders. Thank you.